I'm Tori Smith of the Midley Beacon, again here with Andy Zach, comic paranormal author. Andy, last week's excerpt from Paranormal Privateers was so great. I can't believe you can top it.
I'll let my rabid zombie loving fans decide. Post your comments on this video and the best one will get a free copy of the ebook of Paranormal Privateers.
If your fans want more of Paranormal Privateers, where can they buy it?
I'll let my rabid comic zombie loving fans decide. Post your comments under this video and the best comment will get a free ebook of Paranormal Privateers.
If your fans want more Paranormal Privateers, where can they buy it?
My beloved fans can go to Amazon and search for Paranormal Privateers or Andy Zach and it'll pop up. Or they can go to my website at andyzach.net. If you buy from my website, I'll personally sign your copy with my priceless signature.
What excerpt are you reading today?
I thought I'd jump ahead to an exciting part of the book where the Paranormal Privateers are trying to capture terrorists who've taken over Harrods in London.
Oh my, what will happen?
Just listen. Diane, already astride her bull whip, led 3 others on Kevlar reins. Here's your bull, Durham, George. I also have Lulu's bull, Toro, and Sharon's, Wall Street. Can't have too many, I suppose. General McGregor orders you not to enter Harrods with the bulls, by the way. Bull! He has got to work through my superior officer, General Figueroa. I know my chain of command. Why don't you tell him that? I held out her headset to her. I'd better not. He might get him to issue the order. It's better to get forgiveness than ask permission. Let's go. On Durham, I followed her and the other bulls through the sliding electric doors of the Basil Street entrance. Uh-oh. Diane perched on her 1-ton bull, looking at the narrow, winding stairway to the next floor. We'd better take the escalator. The store had been evacuated by this time. Each bull followed Diane up the escalator, brushing the handholds on each side with their huge chests. Up 1 floor, 2, then 3. The moving stairs didn't faze the bulls, who negotiated them as nimbly as gymnasts. We left the escalator on the 3rd floor and raced through the luggage department. The bull's horns snagged fine luxury calfskin bags. Festooned by fashion, we raced down a broad hall across the store and toward the housewares department. We thundered through the Hallison Gallery, the exhibit hall where Harrods displayed artworks. Expensive paintings rattled on walls as we rumbled past them, the bulls rush randomly depositing expensive leather goods everywhere. We saw Lulu and Sharon crouching outside the doorway, labeled entertaining at home. Lightning bolts flashed through the archway. Whoa, I thought. That was no taser. That was artificial lightning. It was entertaining, I suppose. I brought your bulls. Jump on, Diane yelled. She charged directly into the lightning. Her sheer audacity saved her. The giant taser's first shot missed her, singeing the bull's tail off. The pain drove the bull into an all-out sprint. The terrorists behind the taser saw the 2,000-pound bull 10 feet from them and dove aside. The bull lowered his head and smashed the taser with an explosion of sparks. Diane put the bull into an emergency 4-footed stop. He skidded, tearing up the carpeting with his hooves and knocking aside heavy, expensive Italian furniture like styrofoam blocks. Diane wrenched Whip's head and body around to get back to the terrorists, but I picked up one by the nape of his neck, and Lulu picked up the other. "Where is your boss?" Diane asked. He spoke something unintelligible in Arabic. "That's not really credible, that you worked as a clerk in Harrods and don't speak English." I shook him. I intended to shake until he changed to English. Then Sharon said something in Arabic. I'll talk, don't turn me into a zombie," he screamed, hanging from my hand. Our boss is defending his position in the cook shop. The next room over, squealed the other one, held aloft by one of Lulu's arms. Her other arm held her razor-sharp katana at his throat. We know where he is now. Follow me. Diane reared her snorting bull and charged into the next room. We followed while Lulu tied up the terrorists using zip ties. The next room held beautiful displays of fine china in glass cases. There was also complete dining room settings of Wedgwood china and crystal. Unfortunately, the interior designers had not planned for 4 one-ton bulls charging through the store. The bulls made the aisles of china accommodate their long horns by swinging their heads back and forth. The glass cases and their precious contents flew backward like KO'd fighters. Glass and china alike dissolved into fragments, covering the floor in a random mosaic. The heavy hardwood dining tables had no greater luck against the rampaging bulls' torsos. Tables and chairs flipped over like cardboard. Oak and cherry splinters joined the glass puzzle pieces on the floor. Champagne flutes flew high into the air like little glass rockets. Sadly, they had no re-entry vehicle. Vintage china plates soared like flying saucers and then landed and split into broken wedges like pie pieces. People's lives are more important than a few $1,000s of dishes and furniture, I thought as Durham ran over the luxurious rubble. Then a crock-pot zoomed at Diane and Whip from the far wall of the room. It exploded into fragments, shredding Diane and the bull. Covered in blood and stunned, Diane managed to shout at the assailant, "Now you've done it! Now you've got me really mad!" Shaking their heads and spraying blood like 2 sprinklers, Diane and Whip charged down an aisle of Aga ovens toward their attacker. With a stupendous flash of light and heat, one of the large ovens exploded. The concussion knocked me off Durham, hurling us both back into the broken dining merchandise. I had a mid-air glimpse of seeing Sharon and Wall Street flying through the air next to me in an oddly graceful ballet. Then everything went black.
That's fantastic. What happens next?
You'll have to get the book, read it, and find out. So, go to Amazon and order Paranormal Privateers or look up Andy Zack. Or go to my website, andyzack.net, and look under the book tab. You can order my books there, and I'll sign each copy.
Now I really got to read it. Now I know what I'm doing as soon as I get home. That's this week's excerpt. Go to Andy's website, andyzack.net, or his Facebook page. This is Tori Smith for the Meadley Beacon signing out.